Let's go! Skillionaire wants to show you a 1v1 between myself and this guy Pyro. I love his banner on his on his profile. Looks real nice, isn't it? But anyway, I'm English. He's Zeus. She's Legacy. That's a variant Civ of China. Let's see how this one pans out, as I have been slowly but surely improving in my gameplay. And the first thing I noticed really soon after is that there is some water on the map. I believe this map is called Four Lakes. Check it, I'm learning the names of the maps. Or maybe I'm wrong there. Tell me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, I need to go for the fish because I'm a big believer that building an early dock is quite useful. Or at least that's how I feel right now. Because if you build a dock, you can make fishing ships which go for the fish. Meanwhile, you can make workers which go for like wood or something. So it's almost like having like a, you know, like a second town center in a way, like a pseudo second town center. So I'm already planning to do that like right from the beginning. My opponent, I haven't actually seen Zhu Shi's Legacy. It's actually, I think, my first game against him, right? So I'm quite interested to see how this one pans out. I know they've got these Imperial officers, same as China, and I'm not exactly sure what they're doing, but I'm assuming they're making the workers work faster or harder, or maybe they're even generating gold. They do some kind of tax mechanic, but yeah. So this guy is, yeah, he's doing his thing. Let me speed it up. We're both scouting around doing the sheep thing. We all know how it goes. I sent my worker over there to start on the dock. I got 3 workers on the gold, and I'm just surviving off of sheep and trees around the town center. My guy is doing a fairly similar thing, although he's built his mill out here, and he's building this meditation gardens. So this landmark is quite cool because it generates passive income depending on what's around it. I haven't played it myself, but that's what it says when I was reading it. There it is. More resources are nearby, the more resources are generated, but then enemy units nearby disrupt it, which is quite cool, of course, because it's the meditation gardens. It's quite, I really like that. I think it's a nice feel to it. So he's gone for this thing, and he's obviously must be. We can keep an eye on his resources on the right here. Yeah, and we'll see how this pans out. He's going straight for his stable. The reason I think he's going for his stable, maybe he does this every game, but I think he's doing it because he knows he's playing against the English, and he knows he can expect longbows from me. So, that's actually quite smart. That is actually quite smart. So I got my dock out and I got my fishing ships working already, which is nice. Yeah, so he's ready to sort of counter my assault here, as we'll see pans out. I send a few of my dudes because I've already scouted. I know that the gold is available here. I killed 1 worker. I'm feeling chuffed, and then bang! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! And I'm like, okay, build the barracks with the spearmen ASAP. It's got me thinking, you know, maybe I should just build the barracks. I mean, I know I always build it eventually anyway, but oh, my fishing ships are under attack here. And he knows, he follows it along, starts attacking the dock. I know I have time because this thing has decent amount of health. So I can just sort of amass a few more spearmen before I go in. What I was going to say was, I was thinking about how, well, obviously people should counter me with cavalry, right? So maybe I should come in with spears already prepared. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how time goes, how I adapt to my strategies. But there goes the dock. Unfortunately, I couldn't save it in time, but it was better than going at him with longbows and losing the longbows, right? He turns and runs. I feel like, yeah, he turns and runs. Maybe that's the right move. He got his objective. I was thinking he could have maybe ran around the spearman and got the longbows, but why risk it when you've already done the damage you needed to do? But I'm already rebuilding it. There's no way I'm gonna let that stay dead. No way. He's amassing forces here with his Tuginu. I'm not sure how to say that, but basically they're like crossbows, but they do archer damage from the looks of it. Says they're good at ineffective against armored targets. It's similar as the bow, right? What's interesting to me is that they juice them like in a different slot to the regular archer, because I suppose they get access to the regular archer later and it costs gold. That's something to bear in mind. He's making units that cost gold right now, but they are really cool, to be fair. And he's going to use them most likely to counter my spearmen. Quick thing I missed here. Quick thing, I apologize. That I sent my dudes this way because I'm going in for another attack on a different direction. He caught the last stragglers as they were going to reinforce. I suppose he already knows it's happening, or he's seen it. And I'm like, oh damn. And I also saw this accidentally because of the spearman of mine that he killed. So I go in, I'm thinking, fuck it, I'm here, I might as well try. I bring the spearman back to counter the cavalry. He turns around and runs. I love that about this game. I love the way the positioning is so important. Managed to kill a good few workers, and most importantly, I managed to take him off woods. The reason I think this is super significant because this guy's building so many rams, and rams are really expensive at this stage. I'm not a believer in the ram. Every time I've built it, it's backfired. Anyway, the fight continues. I'm not letting him touch my longbowman. No way. I'm practiced at this by now. Oh no, they go too far forward and they get machine gunned by the town center. Meanwhile, on this side, I'm sending my guys forward and it does not work. Yeah, that was terrible. I guess because I'm looking over here. That was bad. So these guys come in and I'm like, all right, I'm going to use my workers to try and torch this thing. I know it's not the best, but, you know, I got to do what I can. And this is always works for me. I decided to test to see how good the short bows are on the villagers. It turns out not very good. So I'm never doing that again. You live and you learn, right? I'm also trying to buy myself time for my army to come back. So this is a bit of a dire situation. Managed to get in. Man, these crossbowmen are... They genuinely look like they're firing machine guns at this speed. It's very... well, actually, this is a regular speed. This is ×1. Very cool. Yeah, so I'm almost losing the council hall, which is, at this point, I'm not feeling so hot. He's got the cavalry coming in from the back, ready to crush and finish me. And I'm thinking, oh man, I am fucked. You know what I was thinking? I've lost this game, haven't I? I've lost this game. This guy has absolutely smashed me. And then I'm like, no, not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up. Let me just see how it pans out. You know, because the longer a game goes, maybe I'll learn some stuff. You know, it'll be useful. So immediately I'm like, right, what am I doing? I need more production buildings. So I start pumping down production buildings. I'm not giving up yet. Let me see what I can achieve. Cavalry come in. I put some guys in here. I ring the bells. I go full emergency mode. Just speed it up a little bit. Accidentally lose my scout in the chaos. The rams are continuing to destroy things. Workers are getting killed. I take the spearmen off the rams. I need them to counter the cavalry. He's got more of these Zuganese. Learn how to say that word. And I'm pumping out as many fucking spearmen as I possibly can. Because I've got the resources, right? I've got the resources just about. I can do this. I continue making the buildings. I've cleared the cavalry. It's just these rams left. And I should take one. And you know what? Somehow, I'm still alive. I'm still in this game. So I use my new favorite assigned hotkey. It's such a game changer, this hotkey. Maybe I should make a video of it. But the return villagers to work, I've been playing with my hotkeys a lot. It's made a big difference. A big difference. Managed to kill a few stragglers. He's not looking. A few of his reinforcements. And meanwhile, everyone goes back to work. And I continue with my journey to rebuild. I do think I've probably lost at this point. But like I said, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to learn from my mistakes and see what I can achieve against this team. I let the rams go because I don't know what's around the corner. I wasn't sure if I was about to run into an army. I've only got spearmen here. So I move them back and I start producing man-at-arms so I can have some more sort of tank against his crossbows. Especially now that I've spent, I've got quite a bit of gold now, sort of building up. I mean, I say quite a bit, but you know, for the early game, I decided to spend it on the man-at-arms as I try to recover. Meanwhile, he is amassing another force. He's still got 3 of his rams, and he's going to kind of come in for a second wave. He's like, hey, that worked. Why not do it again, right? People do that. When something works, they keep doing it until you make it stop working. How am I going to make it stop working? I start rebuilding my council hall so I can get some more archers out. But right now, I'm just more heavily focused on the melee. The melee is going to be the big thing for me. I chase these horsemen, but then I'm thinking, you know what? If I chase them, he's going to come in with another wave, which he could have actually done, but for some reason chose not to. He had enough cavalry to do it. That's why I didn't want to. I was like, okay, I need to stay here in case I need to turn around. Oh no, now my workers are in trouble. I need to go and protect them, right? So why isn't he coming in now? This is a mistake on his part. Because all my dudes are back here, dealing with this. He could have brought them in and went for my farm, but he did not. So I think that was a critical mistake. He's just wasting them there. I got enough longbows out now. That's sort of, I mean, it's not going to do anything against the ram, but defend against his own crossbow guys. My spearmen come out. He comes forward to mow down my spearmen. This is just me, or does this game's volume just ramp sometimes? It just gets so much louder so quickly. I guess it's cool, innit? It lets you know when there's action going on. Like I guess it would get louder. Meanwhile, his cavalry have actually gone here instead. They've taken out my mini expansion. I wish I knew because I can put her in here, but you know, I guess she would have died anyway. I'm building to my castle age because I'm like, I have to I have to reach castle age. This guy's been castle age for a while now. I guess it's probably is this landmark, the Shaolin Monastery. It's quite cool, these Shaolin monks. That reminds me of Kung Fu Panda. So I managed to clear this up because he wasn't looking. He must have been looking in his base, and he didn't manage to run. And he's still making rams. This guy's committing to the wood. I will mention, by the way, that something I never picked up on at the moment, but I did kind of have a glance at the replay before, is that when I pushed back the first wave, the reason there weren't more troops to defend it, actually because he ran out of wood. And I credit my harassment over here by making all his workers run back into the base. That took him off wood for a while, reduced his amount of wood, which meant he couldn't reinforce those rams, which meant he had to back that first assault with those 3. So, actually, you know, it's funny how it all plays into each other like that. He comes and tries to snipe my workers because he thinks I'm not looking, but I absolutely am looking. So I do actually punish him for it, and I lose no one. Comes in with lancers, which are just the equivalent of knights, in case you don't know. Oh, you see this, yeah? The first time this happened to me and my mates, we didn't know what this was. So we walked in, and my mate lost all of his French knights, and we were like, what the hell just happened? So that's the conversion mechanic. Stay within there at the end of the timer, they steal your units. It's pretty cool. I haven't pulled it off before. Actually, I don't even know if I can do it with my Civ. But yeah, so of course I saw that, I backed and killed his monk. And yes, it's again, he comes in, he tries to do it again, but this time I'm more ready for it. I've got a lot of dudes, especially Man-at-Arms is making the difference. Again, you know, I'm not too afraid of the rams. It's like, okay, you destroy a building, but like each one of these is what, 200 woods? I don't rate the rams. I keep seeing them in my games and I'm like, I'm just not impressed. I don't know. It's almost like maybe when you hit castle age, to be fair, you probably have a lot more wood, so it's okay. But I don't know. So I decided to counter push. I'm like, mate, I'm going to punish it. That was a big investment that completely failed. I won that fight. I took a good fight. It was fairly decisive. Now he's got to run. I'm going to keep pushing forward. I find more of his production buildings that he's built up front, and I'm going to punish that too. No, you don't, crossbowman. No, you don't. He's built crossbowmen to counter my Man-at-Arms. I do love like the way that the units are so dynamic in this game. You've always got to change. Like you need like at least like about 5 hotkeys spare for your army because you're always switching them around. Sometimes you're doing it by location. Sometimes you're doing it by unit type. It's mad. It is mad. I've got my docks and stuff going here. I haven't got sort of managed to regain triple on the gold. I am very low on gold, as you can see. I'm collecting 0 per minute because I've just been trying to recover and everything else. And I'm like, damn, I need to put people on gold. After I destroyed this, I decided to sort of back a little bit, sort of regroup. I wasn't sure what's waiting for me around the corner, and I was a bit nervous. But also, I'm just trying to be honest, my brain's in my base. I'm like, I've let my economy lapse. I need to do some more, some research, but I can't do blacksmith research. But I've got none of it, right? Not even one. This is failing on my part because I don't have any gold. Because I kept getting like sniped. This wasn't safe. He kept making this not safe. So it's actually quite difficult. Let's speed this up again. So, I continue to build up. I see this guy's capturing a sacred site. I go and I kill him. I say, not on my watch. I don't know why he's always got the relic on his back when he's doing it. Does it give him some kind of buff? Or, there he is. Or is it like, maybe he just happened to collect it and thought he'd get the sacred site on his way home as well? I don't know. But anyway, I decide I'm not going to let that happen. Bang, he's dead. I love the way you can slow-mo it as well. I didn't know that. I managed to catch a bunch of his guys hiding in the woods. And then I'm like, right, I'm going in. This guy's got nothing. He didn't even stop me killing his monk. If he can't stop me from killing his monk, then he's got nothing. Why he's got nothing? I couldn't tell you. I don't play this Civ, so I don't really know. Somehow, I guess he fucked his home economy as well, the same as me. And he's just letting me take this stuff for now. Let's speed it up for a while. There's a lot of noob inefficiency taking place right now, but you know, I'm doing my best. I'm building a warehouse here, just trying to my attention goes back to the base so I can sort of recuperate. This guy's made a sneaky expansion to the gold over here. It's actually a fairly good move, because you know, I haven't spotted it. Although he's got his safe one here, but I guess he just chose to do that. Put in more villages. What do villagers do? Oh right, PopCap. Oh, interesting. Okay, so they can also make houses. Okay, cool. They have two ways of pop cap. All right, so I come in again with a bigger force here, and I get absolutely shredded by this nest of bees. And I'm like, okay, wow, that thing is doing a lot of damage. I have seen it before when I played against China, so I do know they do damage, but I don't know how easy they are to take down. And I'm like, can I fight through this? I feel like I would be winning this fight if it wasn't for that thing. It's just one, I tell myself. It's just one. Yeah, it's, I mean, as you can see, it says good area of effect damage against most targets. So I have no chance. I'm like, right, that's it, I got a back. So I do a little bit of kiting here to get myself home safely. Yeah, as I disengage, I attempt to disengage. Yeah. So that's a fight that maybe didn't go too hot. I mean, he didn't do too great either, but he probably could push with this. And he is being a little bit afraid. My guess is that this guy's game plan was to rush me at the beginning and finish me with the Rams. And now that the game's gone beyond that, he doesn't know what to do. So he's trying to figure out a new plan. I built a wall here to try and stop the harassment as I put more dudes on gold. Comes in with cavalry. I want him to come through here. Now that I've got the white tower as well. Seriously great, like, defensive landmark. I love it. If he has to come through here, and it will fire at him, which is great. And of course, I've got my troops here as well. This side I've invested less in. I don't really have the resources really and the brain power, but maybe I should have. I'm not sure. I just that he hasn't been attacking this side at all. He keeps coming for that same side because he knows my dock is there. Speaking of docks, this guy's actually got 2, and I've got 1. I guess I just didn't feel safe on this side. I didn't feel like I could defend this side. I was always ready to run my workers back if necessary because I knew I have another tree line here. But, you know, maybe I should have built another dock. Maybe I should have built some walls. I'm not sure. I go and hide in here after I decap this stuff because I don't really know why this guy's so desperately trying to cap the sacred sites. Is there anything beyond the regular gains that you get? I'm not sure for Zeus's legacy. So I said I need to try and stop it just in case it's somehow buffing his army. Right, this bit goes badly, right? So this nest of bees are just slaughtering everyone. I accidentally run into his full force. So I'm like, oh, damn. So I'm like, okay, I decide to commit. I say, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I go in, and I absolutely cannot do this. I think, okay, what if I can snipe this nest of bees? So I bring my boys forwards. It turns out they do nearly no damage to the nest of bees. So I'm never doing that again. That was an absolute disaster. And then he comes and starts repairing it just to extra piss me off. And I lose everything. And now I'm like, oh, fucking fuck. But I managed to build Berkshire back in my base. I wasn't completely idle back here. I've been making my army. And I've been making my castle, which I'm hoping is going to defend me. And yeah, I managed to outtake him, which I'm pretty chuffed about. I don't really have the resources to do much about it. But I do manage to do it, and I think most importantly, I've got this defensive structure now, which is really going to help. Once again, I've got the wall here, I've got this big defensive structure, which extends its influence out to here. I'm not saying that it means they can't pass, but, you know, it makes it harder to pass. It puts pressure on them, right? Trying to decap his sacred sites, again, for the exactly same reasons. Got a big army here, and he's got his nest of bees. I am very aware that I need springolds to counter this at this point, because my archers absolutely could not counter it. So I don't want to take any fights until I'm ready. I don't want to take any fights until I know I can do it. He should have pushed. I suppose he's trying to defend his keep from being made. This was a mistake. I really think he could have come forwards. Kill this monk with my 1 knight. I'm like, this guy just keeps going to capture his sacred sites. Let me see if I can make it. I'm going to punish him. You know, why is he sending 1 monk out there? Why does he think he can get away with that? No way, you know? So at this point, you know, I've got my cavalry in full swing now as well. Yeah. With 2 keeps, able to produce extra units, and I'll figure out a way to sort my hotkeys here. Again, I'm considering making a vid, but I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. I can see I've got my springolds coming out now. This guy's more sort of committing to this side, while also creating a big army here. I guess he's decided he's going to finish me with trebuchets, and he's pushing with towers to give him vision. What happens next? Find out. Is he going to be able to finish me off? Now, if you remember, at the beginning, I thought I was out, right? Starts whacking the palace. I come forwards. I use my springolds, take the fight. I focus the nest of bees with the springolds. I do what I can. I bring the cavalry down the side. Bang! It's a massacre. But for who? Stickapoo. Oh shit. So then there we go. I do manage to take all his siege with my Springalds, and then I back out. I'm like, right, I've taken him. I don't know if I should stay here. I send these guys forwards to sort of distract him while my archers manage to move back. I got the aura of the attack speed aura of the palace, and of course they're doing damage, so it fights him back. And that's what I was going to say, like, fighting under Berkshire Palace is really quite intimidating. It always seems to scare people away. I'm not sure if it should. If you're laughing and you're thinking like, Berkshire's rubbish. Why do they run from it? I don't know. Maybe because we're noobs, but it works. And at the moment, so I like to build it to extend my sphere of don't fuck with me. No, we all have that sphere of like, this place is mine. Don't fucking come in here. That's why I want him to think about the sacred sites as well. I want to scare him off. I'm like, this is in my sphere of influence, mate, not yours. So I'm trying to really do what I can. I'm struggling with gold. Even though I've got that research for the farms, I was hoping to survive off of the farm gold that English have. But maybe I need more farms. There you go. These guys have just finished my wood line here. And I decide, right, I need more gold. So I see this gold over here on the map. And I decide to make a mass migration. It's a risky play. I know while I'm doing it, it's a risky play. I could bump into an army here and lose 33 workers. And that would kind of be GG, right, if that happens. But at this point, I'm like, you know what? I've done so well to make it this far, in my opinion, considering how the start went. And let me just fuck it. You know, you just have to try sometimes. I had to build some outposts along the way for that extra sort of confidence around the map, extra vision. It looks like I was going for the stone, actually. Not my bad. Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, because I think I wanted to build some more walls or something. I can't remember, but anyway, let's see how it pans out. He's not doing anything. He's massing his force again. He's built some Springalds this time to perhaps counter my Springalds. And I've got a big army here as well. And I basically see that this is here, and I go to stop it. Which I do. I'm like, I cannot let him build that keep. I cannot let him build that keep. See, when he knows my army is here, right? I don't know why he doesn't move these guys. Either towards my army or forwards towards my base. Because my army's obviously over here. You know, so this guy's making mistakes too. Like, if it was a better player, I'm sure I probably would have been beaten but by now. But, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how much longer I can hang in there. So I go for the wood because I see he's on the gold and I don't want him to see my workers and, like, encourage him to come for them. So I take his little expansion here. Again, he's not doing much. He starts moving forward. But by now, you know, I'm sort of slowly rebuilding a force. Slowly, hopefully enough to hold him back. Again, he's passive. Afraid, if I'm honest. Not doing much. He decides to go for my gold expansion here. But I see it coming, and I save all my workers. So here we go. We go in. A little bit too early with the cavalry, so I back out. But I know I got to go in because the trebuchet is going to be a threat. So what do? I wait for my forces to get back from this side of the map, which they have done. I've also completely taken this gold. So I'm like, well, if he's not going to come and contest it, then it belongs to me. He takes this mine and for whatever reason, and now he starts whacking on the wall, which is what he should have been doing from the start probably. And I go in, split my forces. Cavalry come around this way. It take a few shots, but it's going for the trebuchet. Spearmen come this way, shred the Springalds, bad placements from him. And I got the archers for backing up the assault. Springalds demolished by the cavalry, and now the cavalry make it into the back lines of the crossbowmen, which is obviously a disaster for him. And it's a pretty decisive fight. We chase him along, we kill as many as we can, leave no man alive, or at least that was the attempt. He nearly mowed them all down, and he decides to start. He finishes my spearmen. But I've got so many bowmen at this point that I'm not actually that afraid if he comes at me. So he runs, and then check this out. I go and look in my base, and I attack move these guys to find him, and look what happens. It's like something from the movies. He's just hiding in there, and I just don't, and I bring him back. I'm like, oh, well, I guess he's gone. And then I bring him So my man managed to survive with quite a few dudes over here, so well done to him. I've rebuilt my army already, so that's good stuff. On this side, I know my workers are in trouble. I knew they were on a timer, which is why I put low tier to grab as much gold as possible before I had to back. I do back now. And for some reason, I don't know if it's because he's back moving them, he decides to go for the tower instead of chasing the workers. Again, mistake, in my opinion. I managed to come forward with my own cavalry. I do it as an attempt to slow him down because I thought he was going to chase my workers. Instead, I'm just like, whatever, I don't know what to do with them. Let's not let them go to waste. Let's collect some woods. if you're enjoying the video, guys, I appreciate a like and a sub. I want to make more and more of these AoE 4 videos, although I appreciate that there's a lot of people probably making videos and it's kind of hard to get yourself noticed. So if you get likes on the video, then YouTube will show you to other AoE 4 players, and that's what I'm kind of hoping is, or any player really, even if you don't play AoE 4, I'm kind of hoping it's going to happen. So at this point, you can see this push from here extends into here, and he brings more with him, and he ends up destroying this area that I said was fairly undefended. So I finally get punished for my undefended flank over here. Takes my church, even though I just built it and put the relic in it. God damn it. There is some stuff going on here. I'm pushing on this side with my bombards that I can finally afford, but he starts terrorizing my army. I want him to not feel like he can stop or he'll get attacked by the spears. I don't want him to feel like safe. He's actually also pushing through here. I've grabbed a cluster of units and I've sent them this way. So we've got one flank here, we've got one assault here, and one backline situation here. Coming to the range of the white tower, I've put workers in here. It's kind of hard to watch everything at the same time, so there's a lot of attack moving going on. Not the most micro happening, but I'm doing my best. I put springboard upgrades on every single one of these towers. So I was expecting more cavalry raids at some point that never came. Well, now it came. Finally got through this one ram, and look what's just come out of nowhere. It's because he's recently come and built these 2 docks, and he's built Bauchuns, basically the bombard ships. And he's completely annihilated this side here. And I'm like, wow, I respect that play. However, there's nothing stopping my push into his base right now. There's so many traders here that I didn't even notice. Guys, oh, I see he's been trading with this. Maybe I really probably should do a lot more trading. I haven't done any trading in this game. Is that a mistake? Do English need to do that much trading? Let me know, guys. Anyway, I go forwards. I finally managed to clear the cavalry over here. So that's one threat down. Every time I make units now, I'm thinking, okay, if I just take all my villagers off of here, I've got a lot of resources, as you can see, and I just build here, then I'm safe, right? Because these things can't come onto land. But then he comes in and starts building actual structures in my base. And I'm like, oh, god damn it. So I'm on a timer now, right? I'm taking everything new. I'm just attack moving in this direction. I'm attack moving in this direction to keep him busy while I focus my attention on the front. I even have a worker with me to build a tower for that increased attack speed. Come forwards, they kind of get demolished, and he's getting bombards out. I tried to burn it with my workers, it doesn't work. He's even healing it. So I'm in a bit of trouble now. My base is in trouble. There goes one of my landmarks. It's a bit of a base race situation. The problem is I don't know Zushi's legacy. I don't know what's a landmark and what's not a landmark. So like, what do I destroy? But I've demolished almost everything. What I don't know is that this bastard has a landmark all the way over here. I did not know that's there. So, thankfully though, even though I can't find it, the writing is on the wall for this guy. I'm amassing so many troops, even though he's moving these bombards around. Take this one too. I think he decides, you know what, especially with the Berkshire helping me out, he's not going to be able to do it. He's trying to landmark snipe. He hasn't got it in him. I'm even using workers. All hands on deck right now. Counter this push. But once I've cleared all this siege, he's like, right, it's over, innit? It's over. Even though he's got his cheeky landmark, but nothing else. Push has been sort of flattened. That, my friends, is the end of the game. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, if leave a like on the video, it really helps a lot. Sub if you want to see more. Leave a comment if you think I could have done better or whatever. Or even what kind of vids you want to see. Either way, I hope you have a great day. Out.